And it will be Ivory Coast to take the first one.
Now, what's going through the player's mind here? Does he hit it with power? Does he pick a corner? I mean, he's trying to psych him out.
Here's Chick Tiote, Newcastle United.
Oh, I think he'd go with power. Tiote, a powerful shot, and he's just got to keep it underneath the crossbar. If you hit it with power.
Can he keep his nerve? He can. Good penalty, Tiote. And it is 1-0 to Ivory.
The goalkeeper goes the wrong way. Certainly not in the corner. It's at a decent height. The goalkeeper dives the right way. See that penalty spot just starting to come up there. I'm sure that'll be in Didier Drogba's mind if he has to take one. That's what he pointed at before.
You have to suspect that he would be. Christopher Katongo now, the captain of Zambia, stepping up against Boubacar Barry. We've seen off Senegal and Ghana, the other two big favourites. Can they hold their nerve here against Ivory Coast? Katongo, oh, that was cool. And it's 1-1.
Not sure what the placing of the towel was meant to signify by Barry. He just walks up to it. It's Katongo. Make sure the goalkeeper goes one way and then just passes it in the other corner. Very cool, very calm. Here's one of the subs. Johnny Wilfred.
Vitesse Arnhem in Holland. Can he keep his cool, Bonnie Wilfried? Aubameyang had to go through and he missed for Gabon. 5-4 defeat for Mali. It's an awful situation to be in. And Wilfried scores with a really cool penalty.
A great penalty. It's got enough height, and even if the goalkeeper dives the right way, that would beat him.
One thing perhaps in Ivory Coast's favour here is that they are taking the first penalty, and I think that gets more and more crucial the deeper you get into a penalty shootout. This has been so much to Zambia.
Well, you'd like to see Mayuka score because he's been one of the players of the tournament, hasn't he, Mayuka?
Yeah, he certainly has, as has Katongo. He scored his, and Emmanuel Mayuka do likewise. Yes, he can. It's 2-2. 4 really good penalties so far.
Yeah, and that just had enough height on it. Yeah, beats the goalkeeper for pace as well. Well, it's the centre-half, Bamba.
No Didier Drogba yet. He took the first one, by the way, in that 2006 final that he missed. Sol Bamba.
Singing you can hear in the background is the Zambian subs who are singing. Not in tune, it has to be said.
Looks nervous, Bamba. And it's been saved by Mwini.
No, the assistant referee has just put his flag up. He's going to have to take it again. He's saying the goalkeeper came off the line. Just have to wait and see here. I think he's got another chance at this. Watch here. He just comes off his line, and there goes the flag. Here it comes.
Yeah, he's a couple of yards off, isn't it? It does seem harsh because you see that so many times in penalty shootouts and goalkeepers get away with it, but by the letter of the law, they've got it right. Another chance for Bamba, and this time he thumps it into the back of the net, and it is 3-2.
Well, he went for power the second time, and heart must have been in his mouth there because it just creeps under the crossbar. Well, what a...
It's amazing. Going one way, it swings back the other. Drogba missing a penalty. He felt maybe Zambia's name on it, then Katongo hits the post with that wonderful save from Barry. And then just as Bamba has his penalty saved, it's retaken, and now the pressure is back on Zambia.
Well, the assistant referee has to be consistent now with his decisions.
Yeah, he certainly does, and that's key.
So all goalkeepers will come off their line.
Isaac Chancer of Orlando Pirates. few words before he takes it here. And puts it away. Well taken. And you have that has to be retaken.
Well, obviously you were looking at the same thing as I was, because he comes out a yard, but it's a good penalty. No worry there. Bending it into the far corner.
Oh, this is going to be terrible on one individual out there. With the penalty shootout, you often hope that a couple of players miss, which often happens in fairness. But of course, Gabon went out with just Pierre Aubameyang, the only player missing. He had the weight of that on his shoulders, and 3-3 after 6 penalties. It's looking more and more likely as though one person is going to be responsible. It's Max Gradel. Scores 4-3 Ivory Coast.
That seems to be the corner, doesn't it? Once again, that's a decent penalty. Has enough pace on it. Goalkeeper goes the wrong way anyway.
Well, these penalties now become more and more pressurised for Zambia. More and more crucial. Because if Boubacar Barry can keep this one out, Ivory Coast will have the next one to win it.
Would it be Didier Drogba to take it?
They remain hopeful. It is Felix Katonga. His older brother has already scored his. They look so cool, don't they, the Zambian players? As though they're just enjoying this occasion. That penalty spot is getting more and more worn.
And the referee hasn't helped it now by saying that it has to be right on the spot.
I mean, if there's a big divot there, he has to be realistic, the referee, and allow them to move it. Felix Katongo scores. What a great penalty. 4-4, and still neither side has flinched.
And the goalkeeper dived the right way. He dived early as well. I think it goes over him. And the penalty spot is really churning up now. You can't believe it. That was one he thought he might be able to save.
Well, it's pressure time now. It's not officially sudden death, but effectively is now. Well, he's got Drogba on his back, and it is Didier Drogba. Well, what drama and what a moment for the Ivory Coast captain. Missed his penalty in the 2006 shootout defeat to Egypt. Missed a penalty in this final. Surely he won't complete an unwanted hat-trick, will he? If he does, Zambia have the next penalty to win the Cup of Nations. Drogba against Mawini. Scores this time. Kept his nerve brilliantly, Didier Drogba. And you have to give credit to a player who has missed 2 penalties previously in Cup of Nations finals. But he tucked that one away.
Well, it goes over the top of the sparing hand of the goalkeeper, and Winnie.
I'll tell you what, though, whatever you say about him, that is brave to step up and take that.
Absolutely. Oh dear. Look who's taking it here, is it? Yes, it is.
It is Mawini, the
now,
Zambian goalkeeper.
If he misses it, does Didier Drogba run up and taunt him and then go to shake his hand?
Well, what a penalty this is. Has to score, or Ivory Coast have won it. If he does score, we go to sudden death. A cool penalty from Mawini, the goalkeeper. It is 5-5, a set of perfect penalties, and it goes to sudden death. And that's a great from Boubacar Barry to being scored against by his opposite number.
Well, had he dived the right way, that's a good moment. Oh dear, dear, dear.
Well, that is a handshake that is good to see. First to miss, and it could be all over. Well, I told you we could be in for a long night. We've had 2 11-10s in this competition involving Ivory Coast. "24 penalties is the record. Ivory Coast involved in both of them. We've had 10 so far, all of them scored, and just as well, the referee ordered a retake from Bambas. Otherwise, Zambia would already be celebrating. TNA to take this one. He usually has a pretty sweet left foot. And he does this time as well. 6-5, Ivory Coast. And Zambia are back in that awful position again of having to score.
And the players that are coming up now are the ones that didn't want to take a penalty in the first place. They thought they might be let off the hook. It wouldn't come round to them. He looks cool, doesn't he?
That's because he doesn't have to take one.
He knows whatever happens, he'll be hailed as a top coach by Zambian officials when he gets back, and the